Tonight your mind will weave your dreams. The doctor will see you now. But in the doctor's room, he's been waiting. You'll hear only screams. So patiently. Hi, sweetie. I heard you weren't feeling well, so I decided to come over. I brought you a little bit of soup. It's chicken noodle soup. I made it myself. I actually took the chicken and actually snapped it myself and got the blood for the broth. I'm just kidding. It's just regular soup out of the can, love. Come on, I'm not a total monster. You know, Twisted Thomas is just a character. Look who joined us. It's Bud. Come here, Bud. Come here. Okay, Bud apparently doesn't want to be picked up right now. So it'll just be you and me, sweetie. Oh, come here. I love you. And I'll be here as long as you need me to. You want to hear about how my day went? Well, I didn't do much, honey. I just kinda sat around, and when I learned you were sick, I threw on some clothes, grabbed a can of soup, made you a quick cup, and then hurried over. So I love you, and I don't want to see the woman I love suffer. I even brought Bud over, even though he's being insubordinate and walking away as I try to give him up to you, so you can pet him. But that's okay. I mean, you know how cats are, love. They never do what they tell you. I mean, they never do what you tell them. Sorry. I was kind of sudden that I drove here, so my head's still kind of spinning. Anyway. Let me just feel your forehead. Okay. Shh. Just gonna rub your head. Just relax. So just tussle your hair. Just relax. Since I know how much you like this little novelty sound of mine. I know how much you love that sound. Here, would you like some soup? Yeah? Let me stir it up a little bit. Alright, here you go. It's a little hot. Oh, it's Bud in the background. He's trying to get out. But we're not going to let him out, are we, sweetie? Let's have to keep on tapping all day. Go ahead, Bud. Keep tapping. Here's some more soup. Open wide. Yeah. Here's some more. And a little more. Mind if I take a sip? I haven't eaten much today. It's really good soup, love. You want me to tell you a story? Alright. Let's see. Give me a second. Want a real story or one of my, Let me let the cat out. He's being a little annoying, isn't he? Hang on. You want to have Bud? Okay. Just listen to that gentle door open. There we go. now the door's closed and we can be completely uninterrupted. Just me and you, love. Just us. I will spend the night with you and make sure that you feel okay. Just imagine me wrapping my arms around you, holding you close, to fall asleep warm in my embrace. I love you. Now, as for that story, let's see. Since Bud just left, how about a story about Bud? There once was a brave little kitty named Bud. Obviously not that Bud, though. And he lived in a beautiful kingdom that stretched out for miles and miles. But the kingdom had an enemy, a giant fearsome dragon with giant claws. And this dragon hated the kingdom. He hated everything about it. He hated that the people were so happy and so smug that every day at 12 o'clock he would come to the kingdom and burn everything in sight. And one day, King Bud got tired of this, and he went to the town and said, "Who among you is brave enough to come with me to fight this dragon that has propelled us into darkness for years?" And a brave wizard stood up and said, I shall join you. My name is Sir Bowler of Camelot. Not the normal Camelot, it's a different one. Long story. Anyway, Bud and Bowler walked out into the wilderness and came into a deep, dark forest. And that forest was filled with a bunch of rats with shark heads. Shark rats, if you will. And the shark rats began chanting, and the trees came alive and grabbed Bud and Bowler, and they didn't know if they would get out alive. And then, with a mighty thrust of his sword, Bud with a mighty swift paw, he pulled out his sword and cut the branches of the trees, releasing himself, and cut the trees around Bowler. And then Bowler let out a mighty chant, and the shark rats fled in terror. To be honest, we're not really sure what his chant did, but I don't know. It seemed scary enough, so maybe it didn't actually do anything. Maybe the shark rats were just afraid of Bowler. I mean, you've seen Bowler. He's a pretty big kitty. I'd be pretty scared if I saw a giant kitty walking towards me like that. Anyway, they journeyed until they found a deep, dark cave with skeletons and skulls laying about it of people who had tried to slay the dragon. Bud was afraid, but he knew what he had to do. And so, he began to step toward the cave, sword in hand, as Bowler began to chant in his native language of cat. I'm sorry, love. I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, and so, as they both went in there, the dragon shot out of the cave. Its wings spanned wide and high above his head, and turned back and began to breathe fire. Bud looked down at one of the soldiers and saw that there was a shield, picked it up and deflected the fireball back at the dragon. The dragon then shuddered, but came at them even faster, breathing a steady flow of flame. And then Bud jumped atop of the dragon as he came down, jumped atop his head, and plunged his sword deep into his skull, ripping back. Traveling down the dragon's neck, split him open. And then he noticed a giant golden statue within the dragon. Bud didn't know what it was, but Bowler did. When Bowler whispered an incantation inside of the statue's ear, the statue began to shake. And then the skeletons and the skulls began to come back to life, which was kind of disturbing because the skulls didn't actually get their body back, so it was just kind of a living head there. A little creepy. Anyway, and then all was happy in the kingdom. Bud and Bola lived in the kingdom for many years. And Bud was one of the best kings they'd ever had, for he was the only one who stood up to this bully of a dragon. I know, kind of a weird story, but hey, I was making it up on the spot, love. What do you want? Anyway, you look like you're ready to sleep, so I'm just gonna kiss you on the forehead. Mwah. Mwah. And you get some sleep, love. I love you. Good night. Mwah.
The doctor is very happy with your patronage. Come see me and schedule your next appointment.